Watch this video. I'm going to show you my method of how I ensure that when you do have fry hatch from bristlenose catfish that you're going to get a full survival rate. So watch my method, enjoy the video. Now behind me is the L519 Pleco tank, right? These are probably one of my favorite ones in the whole room I've got here. Now they're like this brown ones with these really cool checkerboard patterns, a bit like a Wabenmuster, but way much more cooler. Now, I've got these guys to breed, which you can see in the little box here, which is the float box, which is glued to the side of the tank. Now, it's absolutely essential that when they hatch and the egg yolk disappears and they start looking for food, you must make sure that there is food there for them 24 hours a day for a period until they get to a certain size. Otherwise, if you don't have food available, they just start to die, right? Deaths just come in and then it's just a domino, so you've got hardly any left. All right, so one of the best ways that you can keep your plecos alive is courgettes. And I've got so many of them growing in my veg patch at the moment. So like, I'm fed up of eating courgettes, so this is perfect, right? They can have courgette on tap. You've seen in my other video, you can use green beans as well. They will absolutely destroy that, right? So I'm going to show you how I weigh down the courgettes in a very cool way, which you don't see a lot of people online doing it this way. I think it works really well. And also you can see the evidence that they've actually destroyed the one in the tank behind us there. And I'm going to show you what I do with that remaining piece of courgette. I don't throw it away. I'm just going to give it to something else, but I'll show you what I do to make sure it sinks and doesn't float around like there. All right, so let's get to it. Right, time to get some courgettes. Now, if you keep plecos in tanks like I do, and you see how hot it is there at the moment, we've made a veg patch there. You don't have to have one as big as that. You could literally just have a bucket where you put your courgette plant into, let it grow, have multiple buckets. You'll have an endless supply of courgettes to eat and feed your plecos. I'm feeding the fish because literally we've got too many to eat. So it's a total no-brainer. So to make this work, all we need is one courgette, and you see, just put a little bolt through it, right? One on the end like that. And this obviously comes from one of these big bad boys here, which I've grown in my veg patch next door. So let's just show you how well this sinks.
Please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot.
All right, so we're now at the 5119 tank. You can see here I've got my little fryer at the bottom. We've got the courgette that's already been eaten at the top. And just watch how perfectly this is going to drop and sit down for them. Now we've given our plecos up there that really nice fresh slice, I kind of alternate it between the different tanks. So you can see down this one here, look, they've eaten this one here, but this tank here has not got any. Now, why did I do that? Now, I've taken this one out of another tank, and watch what happens now. I'm going to get this part here, I'm going to squeeze this up, because normally, as soon as that bolt would come off, the thing's going to float up, but all that's keeping it from floating is the air. So now, I'm going to get these bits here. These guys have had no courgettes to eat of late. I'll give them a little squeeze. They're going to sink all by themselves. All right, so this is the cool thing. And we've got some baby plecos in here. We've got two different types. We've got some green dragons and some snowball plecos. They're just going to eat all these bits now overnight, and we'll be all completely gone because they're hungry for it. So as they say, the proof is in the pudding. Brand new slice. These guys can eat this all night, especially when the lights go off. Hopefully we get these guys all surviving up to the right size, and we don't lose any in our batch. So that's the end of the video, guys. Moral of the story, grow some courgettes, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.
Please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot.